Hello, everyone, and welcome back, future educators. My name is Marcy White, and of course, I'll be your supervisor for Residency 2, and the course is ICL 4904. I'm excited to have you stepping into Residency 2. This is a time for deeper learning, stronger practice, and meaningful growth. You've already laid an important foundation in Residency 1, and now this next phase is about refining your craft, finding your voice, and leaning fully into the impact you've been called to make. This is where things continue to click. So theory will meet practice, challenges will turn into confidence, and reflection will turn into purpose. You'll learn more about your students, your classrooms, and just as importantly, about yourself as an educator. Remember, you're not here by accident. You belong here. So I encourage everyone to stay curious, stay committed, and give yourself grace as you grow. I can't wait to see how you continue to rise. So again, welcome back to Residency 2. Let's make this semester transformative. The purpose of this video is to inform you of the expectations of Residency 2, as there have been a few changes since last semester. Please feel free to refer back to this video throughout the semester if you have questions or just need those reminders. But of course, you can always reach out to me. So let's just jump into the video. Residency 2 portfolio will be housed in Tavera or ELC. At the conclusion of this video, I would like for you to log into Tavera and make sure, first of all, you're able to log in with no issues, but also that you can see the list of assignments for Residency 2. You will find that the list this semester is quite lengthy, and that's only because there are more assignments. Particularly, you have 4 supervisor evaluations. So please, let's make sure that you have access and that you can see all tasks. Your portfolio should be updated on a weekly basis. That includes your time logs. This semester, I'm asking that you gently remind and nudge your mentor teachers to approve your time logs on a weekly basis. So you are to upload your time logs Friday, 5 p.m. And so the following week, again, encourage your mentor teachers to approve those. This will only help at the end of the semester with final grading. Residency 2 orientation certificates, I believe, have been mailed out or emailed to you all. So go ahead and upload those into Tavera along with your Residency 2 notes. In your Canvas shell, you will find a flyer that I've created as a reminder and a reference on how to properly label your files in your portfolio. So it's going to be the same as last semester, but there is a handout reference for you. Please make sure as you are uploading your files into Canvas as well as Tavera, they are labeled correctly. Residency 2 portfolio is worth 57 points this semester. As always and in all things, organization is the key. To your right, you can see a screenshot of the items that should be included in your portfolio. You can also find this in your course syllabus as well as in Tavera on the exit grading checklist. You are asked to update your portfolio on a weekly basis, but there are 2 important changes that I want to highlight. First, for Residency 2, there is not a requirement for you to conduct the 4 classroom observations. Remember, last semester you were required to conduct 4. This semester you are not. You are still required to document any school-based activities, and remember, there are not a set number of items to include, but you want to be careful to make sure you're documenting and participating in those extracurricular school-based activities. One big change to the portfolio is that you are to upload a teaching video of your instructional practice. This can be a video of a practice lesson, a small group instruction, or even an evaluated lesson. It's to your discretion and your choice to what you would like to upload, but you are required to upload 1 video into your portfolio this semester. Residency 2, the assignments and the grading scale can be found in your ICL 4904 syllabus. To score satisfactory and pass this course, you will have to score or accumulate points between the range of 301, and 418 points. And how those grades are calculated can be seen to the right on the screenshot, again found in your syllabus. Anyone that scores below 301, which I don't anticipate will be any of you all, will receive a grade of unsatisfactory. Please refer to this so that you can be abreast of all expectations in terms of assignments and the grading in your course syllabus. Candidates will be evaluated 4 times this semester by their university supervisor. They will also have 1 informal mentor-teacher evaluation. All evaluations will be scored according to the ATR rubric. Remember, the goal for this semester is to score at a level 3, which indicates proficiency. If you're able to exceed that, that's great. However, be comfortable and confident that at a level 3, you are showing proficiency. Candidates will adhere to the following lesson plan schedule, as you can see to your right. You can refer to the Residency 2 infographic for more details. The semester will be outlined as such. For weeks 1 and 2, you are to co-teach and assist your mentor teacher and get acclimated back to being in the classroom this semester every day. Starting at week 3, you are required to teach at least 1 lesson per school day. So that is a total of 5 lessons for the entire week. So that will happen between the weeks 3 and 7. And generally after spring break, beginning at week 8, you will then assume full control of the classroom, meaning you will plan and implement all lessons for weeks 8 to 14. And then the last week, which is week 15, you will phase out and look towards graduation. Remember, your lesson plan should include all instructional materials as well as assessments. Now, your mentor teachers will have an orientation as well with Dr. Robinson, so they will be made aware of the schedule, but you want to make sure that you are knowledgeable and that you adhere to this schedule. You are required to continue to use the long lesson plan template for all formal evaluations and until you transition to what we call the short form. The short form, I know everyone is excited about that and making that transition, but your mentor teacher and I will decide when that time will occur. Until then, continue to write your lesson plans on the long lesson plan template. And remember, you want to be as detailed as possible. This will only encourage us to make that decision quicker to transition you to the short lesson plan template. To the right, you will find a screenshot of what we call the short lesson plan template or the condensed version. This is to be submitted once you make the transition on a weekly basis because all of your lessons, your week's lesson will be on this one form. And it's a general overview of what you have planned to teach. A sample plan can be found in Canvas for your reference. In the event, as we approach TCAP and testing time, it may be that your mentor teacher will not actually have instruction during the day, but they may be pulled to proctor or administer or even have any in-school activities. In the event that you are not teaching, so this would be a non-instructional day, you are to submit what's called a tag lesson sheet or a tag sheet. This also can be found in Canvas, and an example is there for your reference as well. If this occurs and you have questions, as always, please feel free to reach out. Like Residency 1, you will have 1 informal mentor-teacher evaluation. I'm asking that this is done and completed by spring break if possible. Remember, you do not need to schedule the informal evaluation on Calendly, but you are to notify me of the date and time you and your mentor teacher have agreed upon in terms of scheduling this evaluation. And as always, you are required to send your lesson plans and materials 2 days beforehand. You will find space provided in Canvas for you to upload not only your lesson plan and your materials, but also the video. Yes, I'm asking that you video this lesson, and also the lesson reflection. This semester, you will have 4 formal evaluations conducted by me, your university supervisor. I want to take a moment to review the pop cycle so that we are aware of every step that's included. First, you will schedule the evaluation once you have spoken with your mentor teacher, and you will decide upon a great time for me to come in to conduct the evaluation. When you schedule on Calendly, remember you want to include on the form 2 suggested dates and times for the pre-conference. And then after the evaluation, we will schedule the post-conference. Once you have done that, you will execute your lesson that you have planned, and remember to video your lesson. But prior to the post-conference, you are going to reflect on your instructional practices, what went well, what made you change. All those can be found on the lesson reflection form. This semester, you're also going to submit in a separate form your self-scores. So remember, in Canvas, there's going to be 2 files that you upload after your evaluation. That's the lesson reflection and the self-scores. And then you and I will sit down to have the post-conference and agree upon areas of refinement and areas of reinforcement. Once that has concluded, you will upload all final documents to Tavera, and then that closes out the pop cycle. This semester, in an effort to organize and have all 4 supervisor formal evaluations scheduled in a timely manner, I have created an evaluation cycle. You can see this listed below on the screen. If you are assigned to the Germantown district, then your evaluations will take place the weeks of February 2nd, 16th, March 9th, and 30th. If you are placed at a school that follows the Memphis-Shelby County Schools calendar or at a charter school, your evaluations will take place the weeks of February 9th, 23rd, March 23rd, and April the 6th. The goal is to conduct all 4 evaluations prior to TCAP testing and end of the course testing. So, for example, if I were teaching at a Germantown school and I'm ready to schedule my first supervisor evaluation, I will go to Calendly, find the week of February the 2nd, and then schedule an available time. And then likewise, if I am at a charter school and I am ready to schedule my second evaluation, then I will go to Calendly, find the week of February 23rd, and select an available time. All formal evaluations will be scheduled according to this cycle through Calendly. I want to remind everyone, when you are scheduling your formal evaluation, there is a space on the form where you are to suggest 2 available dates and times where we can conduct the pre-conference. I've noticed that some of us are omitting this, and is key in the scheduling process. Number 1, when you schedule your pre-conference and I confirm a date and time with you, then you should know and alert yourself that I need to submit my lesson plans and all materials 2 days prior to that. That will allow me time to review the lessons and what you have planned and provide feedback to discuss during the pre-conference. So please don't overlook this. If I receive an evaluation request and this part is empty and you have neglected to fill this out, then that evaluation will not be confirmed or scheduled. This semester, I am asking that all drafts of your lesson plan for your formal evaluation, along with the materials and the video, will be housed in Canvas first. So once you have scheduled your formal evaluation, you have received the confirmation email, you can then upload a draft of those lesson plan and materials in Canvas. I will review those there and then provide feedback or comments. Once you have received approval that your lesson plan is good to go, you may then upload the final version into Vera. So keep in mind, only final versions of any document will go into Vera. You will first house them or upload them in Canvas. In Canvas, you will see space dedicated for the formal evaluation, the lesson plan and all materials, as well as the video of each lesson for the formal evaluation. Again, yes, I'm asking that you video each formal evaluation as well as your informal mentor-teacher evaluation. In Canvas, you can find space to upload those documents and that video. I'm asking for the video to be in a YouTube link. If you have difficulties with that, please let me know and I can assist as much as possible. But for your videos, I will prefer a YouTube link. For Residency 2, you are to upload and submit your lesson reflection as well as your self-scores. New this semester is a form designated for you to record your self-scores. It is the Teacher Candidate Self-Score Template. Here you are required to upload at least 3 pieces of evidence to support your score. If you are scoring yourself at a level 3, you should provide 3 supporting pieces of evidence that's either from the video or anecdotal notes to support your score. In Canvas, you will find space designated for you to upload both documents. And remember, after I have reviewed the documents and approved them, the final version will be transferred. You are to transfer the final version to Vera. Also new this semester, you will find space in Vera for you to upload your self-score. So that document will go into Vera as well. So this concludes the pertinent information I wanted to share in terms of expectations and requirements for Residency 2. I want you to go to Canvas, find the discussion post, and confirm that you have watched this video in its entirety and list any questions you may have. But before then, I want to just leave you with this. As we embark upon this new semester, this new chapter for you all, remember how far you've come and why you started in the first place. Every late night, every lesson plan, every challenge has been shaping you into the teacher your future students will need. So finish strong. Stay proud of the work you've done and are doing, and keep your eyes on what's ahead. That's graduation, your own classroom, and a career that truly makes a difference. You're not just completing a semester, you're stepping into your purpose. There is a classroom full of students waiting just for you. Thank you.